Alright guys, today we're talking about how to get more therapy clients using digital marketing strategies that work. I've used these strategies to generate hundreds and hundreds of leads for hundreds of therapists all around the country. Make sure you stay tuned for the entire video for a bonus. Alright, let's dive in. Alright, so every good digital marketing strategy boils down to this: having a killer website with a strong message and all the right buttons in all the right places. If you don't have this in place, then any digital marketing stuff you do to send more traffic to your website is just not going to work. Alright, so I want to teach you how to crush it in the Google game. 3 pillars to crushing it in the Google game: Google My Business, organic search traffic, and Google AdWords. Alright, so first of all, your Google My Business listing is that low-hanging fruit for many of us when it comes to having great SEO. Your Google My Business listing is completely free, and if you don't already have one, you should file for one today. Basically, we have 3 sections of search results when you go to Google and are looking for a local business. At the very top, we have AdWords. Second, we have the map, which is your Google My Business listing, and then below that is the organic search results that are really tied in to organic SEO. Your Google My Business listing has a lot to do with the overall picture of your SEO, and in fact, you can have all the right keyword placement and do really great with that stuff, but then not take care of your Google My Business listing and still not rank well. So the first thing I'm looking for when I'm doing an audit of your Google My Business listing is that you've got absolutely everything filled out. You want to give Google everything they're asking for. This includes really high quality images in all the sections on your listing. Everything from interior photos of your office, exterior photos of the building, pictures of you and your team, pictures of your logo. Everything that Google asks for, you want to make sure you're giving it to them. From there, make sure that all your business details are filled out and are done so consistently on this listing and all the other listings you have across the web. If you want to do a quick assessment of this consistency beyond Google, you can go to Moz Local, that's M-O-Z Local, to do a quick diagnostic of your listings and how they're showing up. If you have discrepancies across the web, you will absolutely get docked for it big time. Google My Business has a new feature that I really like where it allows you to create a post for your Google My Business listing. Now, we don't know exactly how this equates in the bigger Google equation and the Google My Business equation, but I think if Google is offering this option, then we have to make sure that we are in fact taking it. What I like to do is just take a recent blog post from my private practice, put that into a post on my Google My Business listing, add the first paragraph of text from the listing, and then create a call to action button that says learn more and links directly to that post on my website. This post has been viewed hundreds of times every single month, and that post ends up leading to more clicks from my Google My Business listing directly to my website. Whatever you can do to stand out with your Google My Business listing, you want to do. Make sure you update your Google My Business listing regularly, especially if you ever change locations, phone number, or any of the details of your business changes. Also keep in mind that that post will expire every few weeks, and so you'll need to upload a new one. Alright, so the second pillar of crushing the Google game is having good organic SEO. SEO, or search engine optimization, has a lot to do with having all the right keywords in all the right places, publishing regular content, getting more people to your site from different places, and keeping them on your site for as long as possible. When you're getting more traffic from different places and that traffic is engaged in your website, it tells Google, hey, this site is relevant, it's important, and so you should rank it higher. Rather than teaching you all the nitty-gritty about SEO, I like to just teach therapists how Google thinks. And Google looks at your website and is evaluating roughly 2 factors: thoroughness and popularity. Thoroughness meaning you've got all the right keywords in all the right places, different services pages for the different services that your practice provides, that your listings are consistent across the internet, including your Google My Business listing, and that you've got regular content coming out, keeping your website fresh. Now, popularity means you're getting more traffic to your site, again, from different places on the internet, and ideally more popular places with more traffic to your website. It means you're getting people to your website and they're spending more and more time on it, engaging in your content, really exploring different parts of your site and staying there for longer. This tells Google, hey, this is an important website. And finally, our third pillar, and one of my favorites of crushing it in the Google game, is of course Google AdWords, or as they recently started calling it, Google Ads. Google AdWords is effectively a bidding platform where we bid over specific keywords to send very targeted search traffic to a very targeted part of your website or a service page for your website. I really like Google AdWords because as a practice owner, it gives me the level of control I have to really open and close the valve as necessary depending on what's going on in my practice, what my goals are, how my budget is looking this month and how it's changing. I like it because you can target specific services for different clinicians. So if I have a clinician who really does a lot of EMDR work, then I'm going to create an EMDR ad and run it to that EMDR page to get that clinician more clients. I like AdWords because you can be very strategic about how you approach the platform. Ideally, you're crushing it in all three of these categories: AdWords, SEO, and Google My Business. Even if you have really strong SEO, it's still a good idea to run AdWords to fill in these gaps for this very specific traffic that's coming in looking for specific things like EMDR. So maybe you rank for general terms like Cincinnati therapy, but you don't rank for things like Cincinnati sex addiction therapy. So you do want to rank for that term with SEO or search engine optimization, but another good way to show up for that traffic and to show up for it fast is to set up Google AdWords and run ads to that page. AdWords is a complicated platform. There's a lot of moving parts, and when you're running ads, there's a lot of metrics that you have to make sense of. I've discovered years ago that after teaching a lot of therapists how to do their own AdWords, that most therapists just wanted it done for them. That's how I got to the point where I am now, where my digital marketing team serves hundreds of therapists around the country and running really strong ads for them. If you're interested in learning more about working with me and my team, go to thejohnclarke.com and fill out the application. All right, so we've talked about how to crush it on Google. Let's talk a little bit about social media. My main philosophies for social media when it comes to promoting a private practice are that you should know why you're doing it. If you're going to do it, then do it consistently. Know how to measure it, and have a strategy in place. I see way too many therapists out there just throwing stuff at the wall, feeling behind, feeling obligated to post on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook without really knowing if it's working, without having a plan, and without knowing how to measure the return that they're getting on that invested time and sometimes money. I think in general, social media can be really great for the brand awareness or brand recognition of a practice, and especially a group practice. Now, we do have to differentiate between organic social media versus paid advertising on social media. So it's not enough to simply say, oh, Facebook for therapists, right? We have to go more specific than that. Paid advertising on places like Instagram and Facebook for therapists can do well when it's done well and done with a plan. What I don't like to see is all these therapists out there just simply boosting a post and hoping that'll result in new clients. It's a little more complicated than that. My approach is just generally that you want to crush it on the Google game first, because that's the first place that people are going when they're searching for a new therapist in their town. All right, finally, I want to talk a little bit about digital marketing strategy. The way I like to break down digital marketing strategy is two columns: lead generation and brand awareness. Lead generation is just getting in front of people who are searching for a therapist right now and looking to end their search for a therapist right now. Brand awareness refers to just getting out and staying present in the minds of people, of potential clients and current clients and the general public in your area. There's a lot of ways to build a private practice. There's 100 ways to get to the same end. I just want you to know why you're doing what you're doing and how to measure whether it's working. All right, guys, I promised a bonus, so here is your bonus. Go to thejohnclarke.com/guide to get your free guide on how to write copy that converts. Go to thejohnclarke.com/guide to download the free guide. Make sure to stick around for the next two videos where I'm going to dive deeper into how to use Google AdWords to market your private practice. See you there.